everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be talking about some future mods that I want to do to Mini. So thank you for stopping by, I appreciate your time. So today I thought I'd do a little chat, something a little bit different. Been doing a lot of mechanical videos lately, I know that's what the channel's about, but I thought I'd change it up a little bit and just talk about what I want to do to the Mini. I'm going to do a separate video about what I've already done and the repairs I've done and that sort of thing. But I want to do a video about what I want to do to the Mini. Not necessarily this year, but at some point. So first things first, I want to put a reduced supercharger pulley on it. A 17% reduced pulley to be precise. Now, what this means is that the supercharger can spin up quicker, which will compress air quicker, which will make the car quicker. Now to support that, I'm going to be changing out the intercooler for a bigger one. I'm not too sure what brand I'm going to go with yet. The AirTech one is the one that everyone recommends and everyone uses, but it also costs 430 quid. There's ones with the exact same diameters on eBay for like 160 quid, so I'm yet to decide on which one I'm going to go for, but I'm definitely going to be putting a pulley on it and some sort of bigger intercooler. Now next up on the list is this bad boy. This is a Newman PH2 cam. This is for fast road use. I want to put this in. I've had it for a really long while actually. I've had it for like 6 or 7 months, but I've just not had the balls to put it in pretty much. Now I've got the Legacy, I'm more inclined to put it in. I was quite worried that if I put it in and melt a valve or anything like that, then I'd be absolutely stuck and I wouldn't be able to travel anywhere for work or anything like that. But considering I've got another car now, it's got a year's MOT on it, I've almost grown a pair and I want to put it in now. So it's just finding the time to do it. I also need to get a timing chain sort of tool to keep everything in line. But I'm hoping at some point this year I'll have this bad boy installed. So another thing I'd like to do is I'd like to sort out all of the paintwork on the car. So with red cars, they get really bad lack appeal. It really annoys me, really bugs me, it looks horrible. The bumper, the bonnet, the rear bumper and the boot have all been affected on mine. They're all easily replaceable parts, they're only bolted on at the end of the day, so I can replace them, and hopefully I will. Not necessarily this year, because all them parts seem to be quite expensive, but at some point I will be replacing all of them parts. Now onto some more sort of mechanical mods. In the back of my mind, I really want to put a air suspension kit on the Mini. I like the idea of them. I don't know how they'll handle on a track, and not that I'm tracking the Mini, but I would like to take it on a few track days once it's got a few more upgrades and once it's running a little bit more power. I don't know how they'd handle just on normal roads either. They might be absolutely horrible to drive on. So if anyone's got an R53 with bags and is willing to let me drive it for even just an hour, just to let me see what it's like, let me know. I'd really appreciate it. Because I really want to see what it's about, and obviously they're quite dear, but that is something I like to do. That's more of a definite long-term thing. I won't be doing that in the next year because of the price of them. Now after I've done the supercharger upgrade, the bigger intercooler, the cam, I'd like to put some bigger injectors in it. It's currently got 300cc injectors, which is standard. You can drop in JCW injectors, which are 330cc I think, or 380. I'll pop it on the screen which one it is. You can just drop them in now, no tune, and they'll work. You know, you'd be putting in a little bit more fuel, but there you go. So I'd like to drop in some bigger injectors. Not entirely sure what I'd like to do. I like the number 500 for injectors, but I've got a feeling I'd need to forge my engine at that point, so that's not worth it. So I'm thinking about 380. And of course, once they're in, I'll need a map. So I'm hoping to get it mapped, and so I can get the best out of all of my modifications. Now the interior of the car is one of my favourite places to be. I absolutely love it. I think it's really simplistic, and I really like sort of the colours of everything, and there's not much I'd change. The only thing I would change is the absolutely useless sat-nav. Now what I'd like to do is ideally swap that out and keep the OEM look and put something in the way, maybe a head unit. I've thought about actually custom designing a mount and putting a phone in there, which is potentially something I'll still do, but I definitely want to swap that out because it really annoys me because the sat-nav doesn't work. I've got a phone holder suction cup to the sat-nav to use my phone as a sat-nav, and that was an optional extra back when the car was made that cost a couple of grand. So let me know if there's any more mods you'd like to see me do to the Mini. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was only short, but I'm just sharing a couple of ideas with you. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.